Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I'm gonna go into a deep dive into Hut8 stock. Okay, so if you're bullish on Bitcoin, why not invest in a company that mines Bitcoin? In fact, at the end of last quarter, they had surpassed 5,000 Bitcoin held in reserve. Okay, if you like this content, just make sure you smash that like button for me. Subscribe, comment below if you want me to do another deep dive into another stock that you might have. I'd be so happy to do that for anyone who comments below. Okay, so Hut8, again, it is a Bitcoin mining company located in Toronto, Canada. I actually heard about this from a buddy of mine, and it's cool because they have been using NVIDIA chips to really mine all this Bitcoin. And I think Hut8 has just a lot of prospects for growth. If you take a look at some of the fundamentals, I usually like to go into Yahoo, and we're going to use OptionStrat later to kind of see what trading options on Hut will look like. But looking at some of the financials, because that's one of the most important things. At the end of 2020, they had about, and these are all numbers in thousands. Okay, so 40,711. And as of this year, they've made about 128,857, which is about $128 million. Okay, that is crazy, right? From 40 million to 128 million dollars, right? That is just insane if you think about it. That is over three times the revenue from last year. Okay, so if you take a look at the EBITDA, they've made about $63 million. They're profitable by that about that much. So this company is definitely making a lot of money this year and last year. Okay, if you take a look at the stock, it's really gone up ever since it came. Ever since it came out. Let's take a look at the 5-year chart, and yeah, it's grown significantly ever since July, really. And if you take a look at the chart, it's gone up from about $4 in Canadian dollars to about 15.70 in Canadian dollars. Now, keep in mind, although this is a Canadian company, they do trade on the New York Stock Exchange, so you can definitely buy this if you're trading in the U.S. Okay, so taking a look at the Finviz, if we look at some of the fundamentals, RSI is at a pretty normal rate at 46.36, which that's basically just tells us the relative strength index. So it's not really overbought, oversold. I think the price sales is about 29.11. The PE ratio, price earnings at 32, which is pretty reasonable for a company like this. And there's 30 employees behind this company. That is amazing, right? If you think about it, 30 employees generating so much revenue, especially this past year, because all those NVIDIA chips are at work. Okay, so let's take a look at Hut as a leap option. Okay, so of course you can buy shares, you can do credit spreads, you can sell puts. Those are all different ways you can trade the stock if you're bullish on it. But I like to buy leaps, okay, just because if I'm really bullish on a stock and I really feel like it's going to be up in over a year, then I'm just going to buy a leap, okay, and I'm going to go deep in the money. This leap is a little more, well, it's pretty standard. In fact, this past yesterday it dropped by 7%. So I actually think it's a great time to buy. If you look at the $3 option, you can buy a call option expiring January 2023 at $3. Okay, so you'd be paying $10.50 per contract, essentially $1,050 for one contract, and the stock would only have to move up about 8%. Okay, so basically the stock would have to recover and go up about 1.87% for you to start realizing profits. Let's take a look at this company on OptionStrat. Okay, so OptionStrat, over here, you would set the expiration date to January 2023. You would go ahead and set your call to $3. Okay, so let's take a look. Oops, let's take a look at this. Okay, so your strike is over here, $3. And then we're gonna do a chart range of about let's just give it 90%. Okay, so on one contract of Hut8, let's say the stock goes up to about $13, about $14, $13, $14, you will start to make a profit. Okay, and keep in mind, again, you can sell your You can sell your LEAP option really at any point. You can sell it in January, you can sell it in December, you can sell it in November if it pops up next week. Okay, so let's say you hold on to a Hut8 and it goes up to I don't know, like $24. Okay, that's definitely possible, even though the jump would have to be pretty high to 92%. But we definitely seen stocks like this jump quite high. Let's just say it goes up by about 36%. Okay, so if you look at the December option, you'll be up by $450 on that contract. Okay, now one thing to also keep in mind is, remember, if it pops up earlier, let's say it pops up by March, then at that point you can sell the contract for $405. Now this is really helpful because if you take a look at this, right, if it goes up by 36%, let's say by February, at that point I would just go ahead and sell it because your profit is eventually gonna go down a little bit, right? Let's say you keep holding and it doesn't go up by that much more. At that point, I would really consider either selling it, or if I'm really bullish on on that stock, on Hut8, then I would keep it and wait until it reaches a selling point. But you have to establish a selling point. Okay, everyone has established a selling point. You have to know when you would like to sell it. But just keep in mind there is some decay as the time goes out. So if you take a look at this, right, if the stock pushes up in December, you would make a little more than if it pushes up in December of next year. But it's almost the same essentially if it pops up that much. But this just is really a good visualizer for your profit and loss on any LEAP options you might open. Okay, so let me know if you like this content. Again, smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below on any companies that you want me to do a deep dive into. I'd be happy to take a look. And again, if you're bullish on Bitcoin, I would definitely buy a LEAP option on Hut, just because they're mining a lot of Bitcoin and they're making a lot of money, and I do think the stock is eventually going to go up. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Until next time, guys, I'll see you then.